Hey, Glenn.
Harry, start that shit.
Yeah.
This man Prison was talking kind of crazy.
What was he saying?
He called you ass.
What game? I mean, I'm on PC. I can't play them anyway, so I'm just gonna play.
Damn.
He's on PC.
Oh.
He want money matching and nothing though. Look at that.
Damn.
And on the left,
I got no money to match.
we got the big box. 236 pounds.
I put up some money. What game y'all gonna play?
You feeling too good today, bro?
You hear him? He talking about niggas lying for them views.
What game you gonna play on, man, Glenn?
And Justice, but I'm on PC.
Glenn.
Niggas lying for them views today.
I had at least a 30 sack for you.
Wait, I never known them, bro. But I have no time for chilling.
Hey,
Justice free on Xbox.
Hey, niggas said they gonna get partner or they gonna get partner.
I got 2 days, bro.
Stay woke, Steve. They don't care 11 getting downloaded tomorrow.
Yes, I got.
Yo, that fucking that Jiren's kind of different, Cam.
That big body.
Unbearable feeling good today. That's all.
I'm gonna be depressed when I hop in that league.
You ain't gonna say a word. Niggas gonna say yo.
Wait, in here?
Imagine I get gifted 50 subs and I lose to a KB. Thanks for the 50.
Yeah, you're not even gonna talk. You're not even gonna thank him.
Thanks, Blackhawk. Appreciate that.
You're still able to block like that? Oh, okay.
I would be so pissed.
Bro, hey, no Jiren's allowed in this Discord. Okay.
Yo, his Jiren's pretty nice.
Is it his Jiren? Or,
Yeah, it's his Jiren. It's his Jiren.
I'm talking shit.
The score is 5-4 on him.
It's about to be at 6-4. He's winning.
Okay.
Imagine. I mean, when you and Cam play those ladies, you know.
Neutral seen me 10-0 Cam.
Hey.
Neutral seen me 10-0 Cam. He suck at everything.
It's crazy because Glenn hired somebody to beat me.
I didn't hire anybody. I haven't played the game in a while. I came back. You wanted the money, man.
This dude came in with Kid Dude,
That's my team.
and Brody.
That's my team. That is my team, nigga.
Damn, you ever claim the $500 you owe them?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, hell yeah, understandable.
You do owe that nigga like $450.
Hey, he owe me at least $400. He not gonna pay me.
At least.
He not gonna pay me. I mean, he ain't gave me money too though, in no money matches. He ran on Dragon Ball.
I'm ready, Cam.
Cam on money match only because he's scared.
That nigga Cam did wagers. He was gonna lose no matter what in Dragon Ball.
That nigga say, I'll give you $50 if I don't 30 owe you.
This nigga say, if I don't 5 owe you, I give you $20. Nigga, are you stupid? Nigga, I beat you in sesh. Nigga, what are you talking about?
Is he good?
That nigga used to come to the party every day, say, Trey, I bet $10 I 10 owe you. Nigga lose every time. Shit, I think we all done had a piece of that.
That shit's faster than mine.
Hey, you remember that tournament? That shit not. Where's that RoboCop? that shit was about 2-2.
Oh yeah.
Niggas wasn't playing for real.
No.
You know they gonna say that, Steve. Niggas wasn't playing for real with this 2-2.
What's fun?
It's cool.
It kind of is, but it's kind of like same time.
You know that. Niggas falls back down 1. They say that shit was on accident.
Oh, nice.
Alright, Harry, we got this.
Alright.
So was Tom Brady?
Thomas Brady.
I ain't heard Tom in months.
Thomas Brady.
Tom's dead.
Yo, Harry, what you mean?
He said he ain't heard of Tom in months. But at my house,
Who was a random name Tom Brady?
and I hear the Toms all at once.
Tom announced he gonna start back. Tom announced he gonna start back competing. They was on his ass.
Only thing you gonna compete on is that
What? Where was my lights?
They said give me my money back.
at least 1,000.
Nigga named himself Tom Brady.
Oh shit, Tom just appeared out of thin air.
Hey, do you agree?
He just
Jared Goff is the best.
Tom just appeared out of thin air.
Hey, Glenn wanna be like Tom when he grow up. He on the same mission.
Switch? I thought he was playing
They
pretty
just gonna
lady.
get a little more money out of it.
So hold on.
Really a nigga in here named Tom Brady. I'm tripping.
One of the greatest
Oh
MK9
shit, there's
players.
Tom right there. What the fuck?
There you go. We spoke into existence.
I mean, he's an MK9 player.
What
Look,
the
man,
hell? What was
Look, man, when I won an MK9, that was probably, I'd say, everyone's first MK, like of our modern era. That was like year 1 for our community. True. That was year 20 of me winning. So, I was 32. Bear, how old are you, man?
25.
Oh my god, he went into it.
I was like 33 winning majors.
So how old
Okay.
is he now?
45. I'm the oldest player to ever win a major.
Boy, if you don't get, boy, you about to retire.
I'm ready to retire. I'm retired right now.
I thought you was gonna start back competing.
I'm gonna start back competing if the game is good, man. I mean, like,
Let's go to another category.
MK3. I mean, one of the most important lessons I learned, man, is when you stop playing for yourself and you stop playing for yourself and you start playing to quote unquote prove people wrong, you just get mad because you can never prove anybody wrong. The next game will come out and they'll just say do it again. It's like an infinite loop. So if the game is really good and I love it, I'll play it.
7-4, 7-4.
It's good,
If it's
dude.
like MK11, fuck no.
A lot of people been saying that same thing about if the game's good, but I don't know. I just want the game to be ass and I play.
MK11
I won't wake up.
10 steps backwards.
I won't wake up. That's all I want is wake
MK9,
up.
I hate to say it, is the best Mortal Kombat they ever made.
I can't play it because I got an Xbox. Is it on? I need to see if it's on PC or
It's
not.
just on the bugs. It's really buggy. The bugs are like really bad. It's 1,000 times better than it. It's like
You don't got
it's like the speed of MKX without they were able to capture the speed of MKX without a run button and without all 50-50. So if you like zoning, it's there, but if you like fast gameplay, it's there. It's not a very slow-paced game. It's a very, very fast game.
It's not like MK11 to knock down, honestly.
Hell no, not even close.
Alright, bet. I'll think about it.
As a matter of fact, Bear loves MKX, right? But if Bear played MK9 Kung Lao, he would say, this character's on crack how he moves.
For real.
He moves better in 9 than he's faster in MK. He's faster. Yeah, Lao is.
Genuine question.
Yeah.
Fucking who could stop Cyrax back in the day?
In MK9? Who can stop Cyrax?
Yeah.
What happened?
No, there were things you could do about it. I mean, it's just
Brad Dillon, I agree.
the problem. The thing with MK9 is a lot of people just Cyrax exposed a lot of people to neutral because in a game in which you only need one hit and they couldn't even get near you to hit you once, that really exposed a lot of people's neutral. MK9 is up PC whenever we can networks at Parsec. Yes, MK9 does work at Parsec. But I mean, I don't want MK9 I don't want a MK9 remade. If they were gonna remake MK9, the time for that is gone. They need to make something fresh, man. Some new
Yeah, Injustice. We need Injustice.
Not Injustice. Never
with
make
safe wake up
again.
Yes,
never
with safe invincible wake
never
up.
make that game
Safe
again.
invincible wake up.
Never
We need
make
Injustice 3. And they need to nerf Batman and Justice 3 without Batman.
They'll never nerf Batman. I'm tired of that character. No, I never want to see Injustice again as long as I live. I played Injustice 1, and they made a shittier Injustice when they called it Injustice 2. I can't play the same game 3 times.
I could. Just
I can't.
They just need to nerf the top tiers and they'll be good.
Nerf the top tiers is a terrible answer.
That's a good answer.
No,
because Injustice 2 was balanced, but Batman was broke. He
balanced.
Like yes.
Look, man, look. If one lesson, MK11 is proof of one thing. There's always been the age-old argument that it is impossible to balance a game, even if you try to balance it.
Injustice was balanced.
No, it was not balanced. And Mortal Kombat 11 is the perfect proof of that because they tried to balance the game.
How is Injustice not balanced? Sonic won because they literally won with random characters. They won tournaments with random trash characters.
What?
That is the perfect definition of a balanced game. When any character can win, that's what a balanced game is. If any character can win.
Playing just for like arguing.
Yeah. Sonic won with random characters.
I won with Sub-Zero and MK9. MK9 is balanced.
Oh my god.
Isn't Sub-Zero like low tier in that?
One of the worst. So Glenn, MK9 is one of the most balanced games ever made, correct?
If you won with a low tier character, yes.
Okay, you heard it from Glenn. MK9, most balanced NRS game ever made, boys. Where the low tier can beat the best character in the game at the highest level.
Yeah.
Glenn, you get me out of that shit, dog. Let me out of that shit, man.
Let me ask you a question. Are we really complaining if the game is balanced, or are we complaining about handholding?
Balance does not exist. Alright, look, man. Balance does not exist for a couple of reasons. And Injustice 2 and MK11 are really good examples.
They're not.
It depends on your opinion on.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Depends what balance.
Mortal Kombat 11 is seen as a balanced game because in theory, you can play Collector and whatever, and Collector is not gonna have a matchup as bad as like Shiva versus Cabal and MK9. But here's the problem: you've actually destroyed the game in trying to, because even though you tried to make it balanced, if just one character does something the other one can't, they immediately become too strong. So the game Jackie is very toned down compared to NRS top tiers, but she dominates in a way that other characters can't because she can do something in the game where every character is making the same thing. Why is Sub-Zero top tier? He has a 50-50. A 50-50 is in every fighting game. How come characters in other fighting games aren't top tier because they have a 50-50? He's top tier because he has a 50-50 in a game in which basically no one else has a 50-50. Jackie and Cabal and Fujin are picked so much because they can travel at light speed across the screen in a game where no one else can.
I jumped. My dumbass, I jumped.
That's not what makes up.
Hey, appreciate the follow, Mike.
Anything any character can do. Mortal Kombat 11 is in 2 tiers. There's characters that can do shit no other character can do, and there's the rest of the cast that are forced to do the exact same.
Sub-Zero controls all neutral. You can't be zoned.
There is no neutral in that game. There is no neutral in the game. No, there is no neutral in the game.
Look how many fucking people are in the call.
Good.
You cannot play. There is no neutral in that game.
I mean, if you saying that there's no neutral in fucking MK9 where there's fucking armored launchers, Cabal just fucking playing like ass.
Yeah, MK9 did that.
He was
neutral either. Shit.
There's a lot of fuck. There's a lot of fuck neutral tools in MK9 just like the other game.
I didn't think you have to use that.
Wait. MK11 is just stupid because of handholding and losing for winning.
MK11 is stupid because of fatal blow and crushing blow.
MK11 is stupid for 1,000 different reasons, man. You can't get.
I have to
the game literally replenishes your resources for you. It literally protects you from making mistakes that you would normally make.
It rewards you for losing as well. Imagine getting your ass kicked and winning because of it.
They never need to remove the breaker system ever again. Do not take the mechanic.
Also,
Also, hi Tom, how you doing?
Hello.
The MK11 took it away. There it is. I feel like they was high. I'm telling you, they was high when they made that. They was high when they made that game.
Challenge you on a dead game.
Good. That's good to hear.
This game, look, man. MKX died a very painful death. Nobody wanted this game around either when he died. MK11 was so bad it made everyone that didn't want this game around want this game back.
Well, that was actually the smartest thing.
Hey, nah, they was so eager to rush a new game after 2 years of Injustice 2 when Injustice was good. I don't know.
Is that 8? Is that 8 for you?
Yeah, 9.
Injustice the last tournament in Injustice was super big. I don't know why they killed that game.
I mean, how do you make a game so bad?
The Pro Series was amazing tournaments. Like
why did they said fuck it, we're trying to make a new game.
Okay, I was about to say, if you're saying 11, please stop.
Injustice 2 had one of the most hyped sets I've ever seen.
Yeah, and
Who's that?
Like, I have to do this.
Injustice 2 is not ass at all. It's just the people are ass at it. That's why they say it's ass.
I mean, I feel like someone can't call it ass if you don't have like enough time on it. Like, you barely have any time on Injustice.
Injustice 2 is just Injustice 1 remastered.
It really is Injustice 1, but with DLC.
It's Injustice 1 with DLC, man. And I was done with Injustice 1. I know.
That game is just boring.
That's how a game should be. They're never gonna make an MK like 11 anyway. MK changed their mechanics every game, so we don't have to worry about an ass game.
They'll probably go back close. I think the next game will be. It won't be. I hate when someone says it'll be like MK9. I hate that. I hate when I hear that shit. It'll resemble 9 more than any other game, but it won't be MK9.
They tried to make MK11 MK9, but they did it fucking horrible.
Oh man.
They just was high when they made it. They was just high when they made it.
Yo, Glenn, I think we're the only people in this whole entire call who actually like Injustice.
I think Injustice was the best fighting game
for the first period that it was out, but then I played the game more and I realized
Hold on. I used to like playing. I did like Injustice. Bro, I played a lot of Injustice. Called Injustice 1. When Injustice 2 came out, there was just too much out for Injustice 2 to. It didn't hold you. There wasn't enough to the game to hold your attention.
I mean, it was a balanced game.
I mean, after that.
If you watch a Batman player playing Injustice 1 and watch them play Injustice 2, you're like, I thought this game was new. This game.
I don't believe Batman is broker than in Injustice 1.
Batman is Batman. Batman has never changed. He's the same character in both games. If you're watching,
but they're gonna nerf him in Injustice 3 though.
That's the beauty of it, my friend. There is no Injustice 3.
There is Injustice 3. It's coming.
No. When?
I tried to max level 3 like a bot.
Let me tell you what, they're gonna bring out Injustice and the MK at the same time.
Hell no. What community do you think we are
gonna do that UI comeback?
Yeah. Or they're gonna make Injustice 3.
Wait, is Tom speaking to Glenn?
Injustice 3 versus MK12.
Oh, you're getting nothing but ignorance, bro. He's not saying anything he actually means. He's just saying.
No, I know he does. I do this to Glenn on purpose.
Chill, you suck at everything you ever played. You got shoved in lockers in school, and you was walking around with a Spider-Man costume on campus in school.
See, this is a real man's fight right here. Who's gonna win this?
You already know who's gonna win this.
I'm glad they're taking their time. They're not gonna make another MK11. Take all the time.
No way.
No shot.
No way both them fuckers woke up NJP, Cobalt, and Cyclone. That was cancer.
He can't handle that, brother?
Oh, I know. He's winning. He's winning. I'm coming
That
back.
just made me upset.
Wait.
It's comeback season,
What
Cam.
are we waiting for?
I was about to say, Injustice is made for people who not good at Street Fighter but don't have defense for X.
Are you stupid? Injustice is a whole different game than MK.
Yo, Cam, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Cam.
Wait, no.
Glenn, I'm
No,
not Cam.
Injustice players were way better than MKX players.
Boy, hold on, I was about to say something.
This guy's gonna keep
Injustice 2 mix was even crazier than MKX mix. I don't care what nobody says.
No.
Go and fight my Flash on Injustice 2 and you will see true mix.
The vortex.
Oh no, what am I gonna block? Overhead or low? Do you have a triple hitting overhead or a
MKX?
single hitting overhead?
Yeah, MKX.
Triple hitting.
MKX mix.
And you gotta guess, and Exo, you gotta guess cross up fucking overheads.
No,
You gotta block forward and backwards while you're getting
Well,
hit.
yeah, that's only if you time the jump in, right?
No.
Yeah, I think
Oh my god, that shit was cursed. That shit was cursed. That was such a cursed super dash.
Or I can do a normal overhead. So I can overhead behind you or in front of you. You gotta guess both ways. Or
Oh, you were blocking hard.
Exo, I get down one to you, in front of you, and then cross up overhead behind you.
But the difference in Injustice.
If you're blocking in the corner, and I do down one two far side count, it crosses you up if you're walking back.
The difference in Injustice, everything has counterplay. MKX mix don't have no counterplay.
So then you're pretty much just telling me I'm getting hit with worse buzzsaw mix? Okay.
You're getting hurt. You're getting hit with 50-50s that launch you for 60%. Into restands where I can dash through your body,
bro.
And on top of that,
That shit
standing you, and I can dash through your body behind you and hit you with another fucking mix where I can jump over you, or I can do a fucking shit. I can do down one into EX overhead in the corner and you're dead. 50%. No. I don't know.
And the reason
and let's talk about Blue Beetle mix on Injustice 2.
What Blue Beetle mix?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Injustice mix is not like MKX. MKX is pure brain dead shit. Injustice mix have too much counterplay. Like you can hit Flash out of that ground pound and punish him. You can't hit fucking Tremor out of just playing.
No, but like it's a huge mind game though. Like it's all mind games in the mix.
What the fuck?
MKX counterplay don't exist in MKX.
Okay, I see what you mean with that, but it's like I feel like playing MKX, I feel like the mix is a lot more dealable for me personally on MKX than it is for Injustice. Like,
That's just because
for example, I'm not ass. I'm better on Injustice than MKX. I don't.
Well, then your defense should be better.
It is better.
With X, you have
It's
a whole
just
block, but with
like actually, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand like how good I am on Injustice. Like I look ass on MK compared to Injustice.
I'm not doubting your skill at all. All I'm saying is that if you're better at X,
That comeback, Cam?
You coming back?
Could it also be better than on X?
No, because you don't get it when you're blocking mix that can cross you up. That's more mix than just overhead low blocking mix. I think overhead low block mix is easier than ambiguous cross up mix.
I think I'm too fast.
Like go block one of Firestorm's fucking setups in the corner.
Wait, who's playing League of Legends? Hold on.
That shit is more mixy.
Hey,
Firestorm's mix and Brainiac mix. Brainiac mix in the corner or fucking Flash or Blue Beetle. Those characters
I'm playing some fighters right now. I'm playing a
is
set.
way more mixy than any MK character.
Trying to get Void and
That God can
You
get.
gotta block ambiguous cross-ups.
There's too much counterplay. There's too much counterplay to everything in Injustice for it to be like this.
Oh my god, you got hit so hard with that heavy.
Like most people can't even do the mix because they're built for weight cut. MKX is pure garbage. No counterplay to nobody. Just broke top tier doing broke shit.
Don't tilted. Don't
I mean, I disagree, Glenn, because a lot of characters have good armor in MKX, so like, they can armor through a lot of shit.
And you can stop.
On Injustice, the only thing you can armor through is if you meter burn your bounce cancel, and if you do that, you're just ass.
No shot.
You try to meter burn bounce cancel to go through something, you're just ass. Like,
and Justice just have counterplays for everything.
Has at least one armored reversal.
Wait.
yeah, so like that kind of counterplays next in a way. Like, you can wake up armor on someone and get out for free sometimes. See, Injustice, if there's setups like Flash had setups where he would avoid your invincible wake up and hit you for 60. Like, there's no MKX character doing that. There's no MK character that is blowing your armor up for 60% every time.
Liu Kang.
Not 60.
Them games are just
Flash.
Them games. Flash don't have.
Yeah, I know, but like but I'm saying like for mixed ones, like if Flash he's averaging 55 to 60% every single time off of BNB.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
And that's not the option.
I need baby.
He's hitting at 53. 53 is the BNB.
Yeah, it's fucking.
The Opti's 60.
Gotta get that dude out of here.
Nah. That Broly?
But I definitely agree. I feel like getting good on Injustice 2 really helps your fundamentals.
Should I roam or DCS? No, I probably.
Like, Glenn, I could tell if someone played Injustice 2 by playing them on MK, by the way they play neutral and shit. Like, I could tell if they played that shit before.
I feel like MKX is just not MKX is a ass game. There's no skill to it.
You're gonna. What are you gonna do, Cam?
Nah, there's skill to it. It's just you gotta get your defense really good on MKX. Like MKX,
there isn't no defense. That's pure 50-50. There isn't no defense.
But you gotta learn. Yeah, but like the thing is, like after traveling, you start to learn the habits.
Next game,
you start blocking it a lot more.
My strategy.
This next game's about strategy.
Yeah, I gotta do something else this next game.
Yo, I'm coming back.
You did this game.
That nigga Lamb was mixed. That nigga Lamb was mixing Ninja Killer with fucking 2 buttons. That game is horrible.
Well, Glenn, if you put more time into it, your defense will get a lot better, and you'll start blocking that shit a lot easier.
I mean, Ninja Killer can't even block it. I mean,
y'all see what Cycle said?
You beat him like 10-1.
That don't matter. He wasn't blocking his mix.
Okay, he was blocking his mix.
No, he wasn't. He didn't. He wasn't
go back in the shit. He blocked that shit 99% of the time.
Ninja was beating. Ninja beat him.
Lamb even opened him up. The only time Lamb even opened him up is by some fucking random ass.
Lamb opened him up every game.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Desi. He was tagging him with the overhead.
Yeah, he opened him up every game. Ninja just was reading him.
You need to go rewatch that, bro. He stand one overhead. It was killing him.
Ninja was just reading him.
And that mix isn't even hard to like stop.
I know. I don't know why he kept getting hit.
But Glenn over here acting like he was getting his ass beat.
No, I'm saying Ninja beat him out for reading him. Ninja was getting mixed.
How long was I
fucked up.
How long was I muted?
Well, then that's because that's not actual mix.
That is mixed.
It's not actual mix.
What? No way. I will bet you $100,000. You're gonna get mixed if you play Lamb by Johnny.
Bro, was I muted that whole time?
Unbearable gets hit by that overhead.
Nah, I don't get hit by that, Glenn. It's rare.
Yeah, it's rare, but you'll get hit by it. You'll get hit by it sometimes.
Like Glenn, I will rarely get hit by that. I promise you. I play Ziraka Mach almost every day on that shit. I'm way better than Lamb.
No, it is not.
It is. I've seen both Johnnies.
You have to play both of them. It don't matter.
I played both of them.
Bro, y'all don't understand that I was muted for 10 minutes. I just had to let everyone know.
Yo, Cam, we were trying the hardest to get Broly, and look what Broly's doing.
I was sitting here talking. I'm watching Oni and Lamb play. No wonder they responded to me.
MK11.
Y'all talking about blocking.
Glenn, you just don't have enough hours on MKX to know how to block shit for real.
That game sucks. There isn't no blocking. What are you talking about? No, it's not. What are you talking about? There isn't no blocking. Cars. You're not making no sense.
It's Glenn.
You don't make no sense.
Glenn, when you put enough time on something, you learn tendencies of certain players.
No, you don't.
Predict
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. Ninja,
Yes, you do.
Hard mix Ninja in a first to 10 and destroy them. No, you don't. If Ninja's getting mixed, nobody needs mixed.
He has killed everybody.
It don't matter. He lost to set the score. He lost to set the score. He got mixed. He got mixed. He got mixed. You saying people can't get mixed?
Hold on a minute.
You saying he can't get mixed?
Whoa. Hold on. You're not talking about defensive players getting mixed. You're talking about offense versus offense. Offensive players always get mixed against each other. It's not a big deal.
I'm dead.
No, he's talking like you can't. He's talking like you can't open people up with mix and MKX when all it is
Glenn
mix.
doesn't
That doesn't make
understand anything.
sense.
Glenn's fucking.
Glenn's actually dumb because first of all, every game has
offensive
mix.
players.
Every fighting game.
Bro, no game is like MKX. It's nothing but brain dead mix.
Injustice 2 is a lot like it in some
You're
ways.
so ass.
Injustice is nothing like MKX. Absolutely
It is.
nothing like. No, it's not. Injustice has counterplay.
Look at Deadshot in the corner.
Literally, Injustice have counterplay.
Look at Flash. Look at Blue Beetle.
No, Flash only gets Flash is not winning tournaments.
They're so fun.
That 9-8 Cam?
A Flash is not winning tournaments. A Flash is getting top 8. That's the difference.
That 9-8? That 9-8?
And Injustice, the characters who win the tournaments are characters with strike throw.
I'm gonna just say this, Glenn. Every fighting game has mix, but like, just because you don't have enough hours on MKX doesn't mean it's just brain dead. It's not.
That game is pretty brain dead.
It's only brain dead to you because you get your ass beat on it. That's only.
No, that game is brain dead.
If you were going around freeing everybody up, Glenn, you wouldn't say that.
Yes, I would. That game is brain dead. That game is brain dead, just like MK11. No skill to it.
Fucker has a dedicated button and just doesn't know how to block.
No, I feel like MKX at a higher level like takes a lot of skill.
Hey, Chris.
Hell no. Hell no.
I'm attacking.
Chris, can you hear me?
Hell no.
Bro, they talk about mix.
But then be high level, Glenn. Let me see you he's. Let me see you he's some of these players.
I'm not playing that garbage.
Let me see you go beat Cyclone. Let me go.
They got 7 years on the game.
It doesn't matter.
It does
say
matter.
it's so easy to
It is easy. 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 It's easy. The game sucks.
Well, if it's easy, I want to. All right, Glenn.
Here must be sitting here going, I hear this conversation every day.
I want to see you get top level players.
That game. I'm finna kill this nigga right now, bro. I'm finna kill this nigga right now. PC mixed the living shit out of Deoxys. Deoxys is 100 times better than him. That game sucks.
That's it.
TC sucks.
The thing is,
that don't matter if it's one time. TC get top 8 times every tournament.
That's not what I was exactly about to say. But the thing is, Glenn, is you said it's easy to be good on this game. Then I want to see some of these players.
Look at TC. Look at Slave Run. Look at Slave Run and TC. They suck.
Okay, those are okay, Glenn. I gotta agree with you on that. But those are two players. Okay, Glenn. Look, I gotta agree with that one, bro. But look. There's a lot of other players who don't just play like ass and these people. You know what I mean?
That was too slow.
Like there's people who actually like.
It's not about playing like ass. It's about mixing. It's about mixing.
But if it's so easy, I want to see you beat these top players.
It's easy. The game sucks.
Okay then, let me see you beat some top players and I'll beat you.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, they complaining and they never played Power Rangers. You know? I just
shit, if Glenn hopped on Power Rangers, he would get off that shit in one day.
He would get off that. Y'all talk about mix, bro. Imagine
Glenn,
getting hit by a Megazord.
You play fucking fighters, and you say that. What?
Imagine trying to
Fighters is not mixy. Fighters is not mixy. Fighters is not mixy.
Okay.
It's not.
We're done talking here.
It's not.
You're talking about a game, all 50-50s, TODs. You're crazy.
Yes. You're not TODing. You're not TODing somebody. You're not TODing on somebody. You're not TODing somebody with a 50-50.
Glenn, I'm about to kill you right now. I'm about to actually kill you. I'm about to kill
You're
you.
not TODing somebody with a 50-50 though.
You literally posted on Twitter some shit about a 50-50 TOD that you created.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You can't TOD
like that.
You can't TOD somebody with a 50-50 on that game.
Falsified.
You can't TOD people with 50-50.
words against him.
Wait, hold on.
Glenn, what do you mean? If you catch me
Can you TOD someone off a 50-50?
You can't.
Yes, you
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Somebody with a
If you catch them with an overhead, you cannot TOD them.
What are you talking about? There's TODs on Super Dash.
I'm saying, I know, but there's not TODs
Glenn
on.
wants to talk shit about
MKX.
Hey, Glenn says MKX is scrubby?
That's not TODs. That's not TODs on 4-2.
I wanna watch
Rolling.
And MKX sucks. Compared to Dragon Ball way more thud than MKX. They're not. You can't even compare them games.
I done seen Nappa do some shit.
You can't even compare. You can't even compare them games. The top player.
You're talking about. You're saying. I know what you're saying. They're two different types of games, but it's
you
like
can't
you're
compare
talking about
them type of games with each other. It's a 3-person game.
The reason I'm comparing is because I knew you would justify it because you're somewhat good at it, right? See, if you were really good on MKX, you would say the same thing about fighters.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. I just know
MKX sucks as a whole. People like
Glenn. If Glenn was a beast on MKX like he is on fighters, he wouldn't say it's that ass. I guarantee it.
I call every game I ever played.
And the thing is Glenn knows how ass fighters is and how mixy it is compared to like fighters mix. Makes MKX mix look ass.
Yeah, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
You're talking about 50-50s that can kill like 2 characters in fucking one combo.
Bro, you have to set that shit up. You don't have to set up anything in that garbage game.
That's not what I'm hearing from these other players who play fighters.
You have to use or assist so that overhead to be interrupted. You don't have to interrupt nothing in MKX. You just do a mix.
Oh yeah, Cam.
I've seen a grand finals tournament where this guy got TOD 3 games in a row in a tournament, and now you're trying to tell me that this is less than MKX?
It takes more thought than MKX. Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, it does. I agree. It does take more thought, but the thing is that it's way more mixy.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I ain't never had to fight a Dark Phoenix.
No, it's
level
not.
3 X Factor.
Not current, original level 3.
You wanna know how I can prove to you it's more mixy? Because first of all, there's cross-ups. Second of all, every character has an instant air overhead. Every character has a fucking low down there. Much, right?
Nobody has an instant. Are you talking about? This is the difference. I'm trying to let you know. Everything.
But I can do empty jump-ins into lows or do the overhead after.
Yeah, yes, but in MKX you just run up and do it and you can't stop it. In that game you get TFD. You can't
just running up. Hold on. Let me say something. That means you're just ass. If they're just running up.
No. If they do, no, it's not. They run up and do mix all the time. They have half screen.
What characters are you talking about specifically?
Every character in the game can have a good button and they can do a projectile and just go 50-50. You will never. That game sucks.
What game does that sound like, Glenn?
MKX.
Fighters, same shit.
No, it's not. Because if you get TOD for doing the jump in and fighters if they read it. You don't get nothing for reading the nigga go fucking jump in that garbage ass game. Fucking 2%.
I'm playing Command.
Go play my katana, Glenn. Jump in on my hit you for 40.
2%. That game.
Hey Chris, you play my Kano. I'm hitting 31.
Of course.
No, that was a level 3.
You would have been dead. Hit you for 70.
Of course you'll hit me for 40. It's a 7-year dead game.
Glenn, that doesn't matter. That's just an excuse people.
That had nothing to do with
That has nothing. Yo, Glenn, Street Fighter 4 is like a 10-year-old game, and there's still mad tournaments for it. Fucking thousands.
There is no tournaments for that garbage game. So.
Street Fighter 4.
That game not garbage. We not gonna
Let's go.
What? That's the best game ever.
Let's go, Cam.
Street
Come
Fighter
on.
4 is one of the best.
Come on, Cam.
All them old games is ass because they didn't know what they was doing.
Oh, hell no, you didn't just say
Here goes Glenn. I'm done.
I'm putting it like that.
Michael Jordan was ass. They didn't know what they were doing in the NBA back then. Bill Russell? Bill Russell, get that bum out of the Hall of Fame. He's trash.
You can't compare that.
Analogy, Tom.
You can't compare.
Oh my god.
You can't compare basketball to fighting games. You can't compare basketball to fighting games.
You're right. You're right.
No, you're right.
No way, I just lost.
You're right, Glenn. You know why? You know why you can't compare, Glenn? Because people play basketball. They don't play fighting games.
I'm not dead. I'm not dead.
That's crazy.
This man Glenn said the most crazy shit I ever heard.
Cam, get the fuck off me. Cam.
People didn't know they were doing basketball. Yeah. According to Glenn, they didn't even have a 3-point shot back then. According to Glenn,
Cam, that invincible level 3, bitch.
by Glenn's rules, anyone that played basketball before a 3-point shot, they did not.
Oh, them niggas was all ass back in the day.
No, you missed it. I was down. It was 9-4.
You are not an ass back in the day. Hey, I got bad news for you, Glenn.
I'm bad.
Glenn, I don't think you understand the way the world works. Is Kevin Durant today would shit on everybody that played back then, right?
That don't count. Basketball is a game, don't count.
Glenn, I want to. This is how you have to. You're very limited in your thought right now. So let me try to enlighten you. Do you agree with me that Kevin Durant right now would shit on anybody that played back then? In like the
I feel like
60s.
if you put KD in the 50s, he going for 75 a game.
Now, okay. No. But you just no. Hold on. But you're saying if you teleport Kevin Durant to the 50s, right?
Of course, yeah.
If Kevin Durant was born in 1930 like everybody else that played in the 50s, would he look like this?
But this what I'm about to kill.
Glenn, hold on, Glenn, I want you to. You're trying to play. You're trying to play time traveler. Anybody, I don't care who they are. If you, the most whack ass, broke ass motherfucker, loser motherfucker today, you teleport him back that many years, he is a god and he's rich. Do you know why? Because he knows everything. Kevin Durant's starting point is much. It's not a fair comparison. If Kevin Durant has the ability that we see today, but if he was born in 1930, he would be ass. He would never get to use that ability because the game. Where your ability, what you don't realize is these ass motherfuckers you're talking about these ass players have the same ability as these great players today, but they were bound by their time.
Let me explain something to you. This one to kill this. This one to kill this.
Let me kill it.
50. There was probably 50 pro players back then, whatever. In MK9, there's 4 now. That still playing does good. Explain that.
50 pro players in MK9?
At least.
No, there was a lot of pro players in MK9.
50?
There were a lot more pro players in MK9.
50 people on MK9 were living comfortably from getting paid from MK9?
No, not getting paid. I'm saying that played like at a high level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What I don't like is y'all niggas will sit there and play
Uno.
Uno.
More high level players than that.
Y'all can play Uno, but y'all can't play games.
Hey, yo, Steve.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
you really just draw
so ass.
Glenn, let me ask you this. Glenn, is it easy to win today?
Yes.
So today it's easy to win. Today.
Yes. No doubt. Yes.
Okay, so if it's easy to win today and it was easy to win back then, what's your point? Everybody's
Oh shit!
No, I said that back then. I said back then that y'all didn't know like what we know today. That's what I was arguing about. That's why. That's why there's only 4 of y'all left, because you know the new shit came out. Y'all don't know what's going on because y'all was doing entirely different ass shit back then. So of course it's gonna be 4 of y'all left out of 100.
You feel like they didn't evolve?
Yes.
If this fucker really says that they didn't evolve.
But that's hold on. I'm gonna be honest. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Low key, in MK11, the only reason the top players can't be consistent is just because the game's ass.
I'm talking about MK9 top. I'm talking about MK9 top players.
There's only 3 players who can be consistent, and sometimes them niggas just be getting beat by the most ridiculous shit.
I'm talking about MK9 players.
I'm watching Ninja Killer get slammed for Oki with mid command grab. And this is really, look, I'm watching Ninja Killer win.
We can compare the Street Fighter old community. All them niggas who played back then are good now. They're still good. They're still top players.
The game stayed the exact same.
Hey, wait. Can we talk about Street Fighter?
Wait a minute, Glenn. You know what, Glenn? You could make this point with anybody in the history of our community, except one person, me, dog. Because guess what? When your great-great-grandfather was still playing video games in the arcade, I was winning. And when Sonic Fox was winning, I was still winning. I won from the very first day to the very last day.
I said there's 4 players left.
No. There's one, dog. There's one.
Turbo's still doing good.
And how many MK1 tournaments did Turbo win?
He won Combo Breaker.
In MK1? Really? Amazing.
Oh, MK1. I thought,
how many MK players in the history of the world were top in the era the game was relevant in MK1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? How many? 10?
Nigga, we didn't know about that.
How many players in the history of our community were dominant in all those games in the era they were relevant?
Yeah, Shock was better than you in 3.
That's top.
Shock was way
better than me in what?
In 3.
Shock didn't play MK3 till 2000. The game came out in 95, dog. I said in the era that.
And the game, hold on. The game MK3 was relevant when I was 7, and that was 2008.
My bad, dog. But my bad. What was I thinking? Getting top 8 in Tekken 4 at Evo. I should have been playing UMK3. Excuse me if I didn't want to go back to the fucking dust.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Put the gun away, Tom. Put the gun away.
How old are you?
45.
24.
No, stop. Don't get on me, because I could evolve into relevant games when the rest of the community could
I didn't even have online until like 2013.
Guess what?
That what? Cam just killed you.
Hold up, but guess what? Nobody gives a fuck about it. The world does not rise. The world does not rise and shine. The standard of the world
even online.
The standard of the world is, did not poor little you have online or not? Nobody gives a shit if you had online.
There wasn't even an online.
Well, anybody that won an NBA title before people had cable, take that shit away right now. That shit is garbage. You see how stupid you sound?
Hold on.
Everybody just
Compared to the new era though, because that was like a small community.
Chris, tell me this ain't the truth. Every top
was smaller back then.
Every top MK player now started off playing Call of Duty and going dummy.
Let me ask you this. Let me
and going dummy.
You guys don't understand something. You guys don't. Whoa.
What happened? Say it again.
Stop. I want you guys to honestly. I need to free your minds. So your point is how much harder it is to win today and how easy it was back then. Let me ask you this. So you're agreeing that today, nobody today thinks it's easy to win majors at the highest level, right?
Hold on, Tom, real quick.
I mean, the ass niggas not gonna win majors.
I can give you a number of logical reasons of why it's easier to win back then. One, the game does not get updates. Two, there's like 30 players.
Okay, hold on. I understand your point. Now let me shut you down. No. Now let me shut you down. Easier to win today. It was easier to win back then. Is it easy to win today? Yes or no?
Spirit back, boys. Spirit back.
Look, I see what you're saying.
No. I'm asking them to stop. I don't want to hear any of the words.
To win a major, yes, it's hard to win a major. It's hard to win a major.
So you agree today to win at the highest possible level today is hard?
Yes.
30 years from now, they will say, these motherfuckers were ass. The online was so bad back in 2021 that they had to have regional online tournament because they couldn't play. As a matter of fact, these motherfuckers were so dumb in 2021, they would play with 7 ms of lag instead of on the PC without none. Anybody could win back in 2021. They'll say, these people were playing in 700-man tournaments. We got 30,000-man tournaments. But you today don't consider it easy to win. That's because it was hard to win is relative to the time. If any of you dumbass bitches were around 20 years ago, you guys would be just as shit.
Today.
You guys would be
But at the same time, at the same time, the real killers, you didn't know where they were.
Listen,
listen to me. I didn't even know there was a such thing as a SGC.
So if you knew there was one, so if you knew,
I just played it came for fun until
so you would be. So how many Evos would you have?
He probably would have won every one if he knew about it because it was so easy.
Can I say something? Can I say something from my perspective? Okay, so like, my opinion, I never said it was easy. I'm just saying it was easy. I feel like it's easier back then to win because of the general population, you have a higher chance of winning because there's no online play and there's a lot less players in the community compared to now. That's my explanation. I don't know what I'm not saying it's easy because winning any tournament.
Let me put it to you like this.
Still winning.
Scientists, let me put it like this. Scientists today are not actually smarter than scientists back then, but their starting point is much higher because of the knowledge they've gained by people before them. Your starting point is much higher because of people like me that created.
That's not true. My starting point.
Because I promise you, if I saw any one of you little kids back then, if you were born when I was,
I would have killed you.
If you were born when I was, you'd be the dumbest motherfuckers I ever seen.
I get what Tom's saying, bro. Basically, let's say Tom invented basketball, right? So, if I was to go back in time and play Tom, I damn near would know more than him just because I'm coming from the future.
You're coming from
at the same time, MK is not the same as it ever was, ever.
But
it's always different. Let me
you're getting tips from everything that he
Let me give you an example. You know why you guys know you don't want the ice cone back? Because I made you not want it back. Alright? So let me just say this.
That's cap.
But hold on, let me say this. I'm not done. But you're too stupid to know you didn't want it back without Big Brain Tom to let you know you didn't want it back. You get to play in a much more civilized and advanced society because of shit that came before you. Without people like us, you guys would be playing in bingo halls.
Y'all will never be relevant in no game. Y'all will never be relevant in no game. Y'all will never be relevant in no other game.
Glenn,
y'all will never be relevant in no other game.
I gotta Glenn. God damn it. With you and your fancy internet and your great online connection, MKX's online connection was shit. Do you know why you have good online? Because people like us, ass motherfuckers, demanded better online for you. Without us, who had it so easy, you would have no tournaments.
But watch this. Tom.
No. Without the people that stop. No, it's not.
Tom, I have a golden question.
I can explain how it is.
Well, tell me what the fuck did you do to get our community off the concrete floor?
I have a golden question, Tom.
I don't agree.
I have a golden question, Tom.
The pro players do make everything because we copy out them.
Don't tell me you don't agree. Don't you don't agree. Bitch, I was at NetherRealm.
I got a question.
Motherfucker, go roll the credits of this.
Tom,
my name is in the credits of MKX, not yours. You don't tell me what the fuck you put in because you put in 0, nothing.
Tom, let me ask you something. Tom, let me ask you something.
I get what he's saying though.
I'm gonna ask you a few questions and just answer them. Short answer, please. When did you start playing MK?
1992.
Okay, and when did MKX come out?
2015.
Okay. How did anything you ever did, ever in your life, help me when I started playing MKX? What tip did I get from any of you all who were playing before me?
I'll tell you. You like playing MKX right now?
Yeah.
You like MKX? How good do you think the connection is right now?
I played it when it came out. I know what it was like.
But you prefer this, right?
He basically saying he crossed.
Oh, you prefer this, right?
But Tom,
stop. You prefer this, correct?
They were gonna do that inevitably.
No, they were not. No, they were not.
Yes, they were.
Yes, they were. It's called competitiveness.
No. I want you to understand how stop. I want you to understand how dumb you are. I want you to understand. Stop. Shut the fuck up.
No,
you are literally telling. Stop. You said that. Stop. No, dog. You are literally telling somebody who was at NetherRealm Studios what they were gonna do. How the fuck do you know? I was there. You don't know shit, bitch. I was there.
Tom, you said yourself that they don't listen to the community, and now you're saying that you help make change?
They do listen to us. They did at least some point. Not more. They did.
You know, he's contradicting himself over and over.
Your netcode was garbage, and it was not gonna change without the people that came before
This
you
man
demanding a
Tom
better
is trying
one.
to say he is the reason the netcode is good now.
No, the community is
not me. The people that came. No. You understand?
He's not saying him himself.
The world. No, stop. The world. The scene you live in today. The scene
this.
you live in today was
Hold on.
paved by
This is
people
the
that
reality.
came before
This is
you.
the reality,
Are you honestly telling me? Yes or no? The
Okay,
scene-
give everybody
yes or
else.
no?
I was trying to get Revenant Sub-Zero.
The scene, so you're telling me the scene you have today was never evolved by players that came before you?
Their decision making was never based off of our opinion. They do whatever makes them money. If getting a better netcode will make them more money, they gonna get a better netcode. It ain't got nothing to do with us.
It didn't make them more money.
It didn't make them more money. So
They already sold the game.
Well, okay. So when NK11 came out, right?
I was there.
How did it do?
I was there with Ed Boon when he said, "What should we do about the netcode?" They didn't say, "Hey guys, don't worry, we're thinking about changing it." I was there. They brought us in. They asked us, "What should we do?" That's why they brought us in.
A company does not spend money if they're not gonna make more money.
And why would they pay us to bring us in to not listen to us?
Oh my God.
You don't understand that, you know, none of the players back then are relevant now.
You don't think that we made changes to this game?
Let me ask you this.
They didn't make changes to anything.
Do you think they improved Call of Duty netcode for the players, or do they improve it to attract more players?
They
more
did,
money?
but my point is they brought in the guest testers to help them improve the game to make more money. Yes. Of course.
Who they got testing the game now, Tom? Where the fuck you at? Do your fucking job.
That's what I said. They're not relevant anymore, so they're not gonna do that.
You were never relevant. You're still not relevant.
Okay, we're not going to that field.
Yo, Glenn, Tom just he's you. You gotta take a seat, Bill. I'm sorry.
Why the fuck is Tom not working at NRS?
They're relatively not relevant. They're relevant in the game, dude. He just pressing 1, 2, 3 against ass nigga Billy.
Tom, you let them hire 3 ass niggas over you.
I what?
You let them hire 16-bit over you?
Damn, bro.
Dog, I'm not gonna work for minimum wage. Fuck no.
Hey, I can't blame you for that, but you claim to love it. Shit, minimum wage don't mean nothing.
Yeah, he love the game, right? He love the game.
I do love the game, but I mean, listen, your guys' netcode was long overdue. They took way too long to do it. They didn't even know They didn't even think the netcode was a problem. You have no idea how. You have no idea. You have no idea how hard it was to get them to change the netcode.
It was not hard. They was
no idea. They were not.
But Tom, we're playing Dragon Ball.
I don't think Tom understands.
I don't think
player
it was like to get 100% it.
There's no relevant players from back then anymore. That's why he don't understand anything. Like them niggas. DJT, I said only 4 players. There's only 4 out of.
What's a bigger game right now, Lost Ark or Mortal Kombat X?
Oh, Lost Ark.
I'm one of the top players on this planet in Lost Ark. I'm still relevant in the current game. Unlike you shitbag.
Fighting games are way harder than fighting a dragon. All you're doing is fighting a dragon.
Lost Ark is pay to win. Lost Ark is pay to win.
Unlike you shitbag.
You bought the starter, and he bought the starter pack to Lost Ark. He bought the starter pack.
Come see me in PvP. Come see me in PvP and tell me how much money you're.
Glenn, hold on, Glenn. Tell that nigga Tom see me in RuneScape, nigga.
Yeah,
come see me in PvP. Stop.
See him in chess, nigga.
Hey, Tom, come see me in RuneScape, bro.
Why are we talking about a real game? Why are we talking about a real game?
Tom is bragging about being the best at fighting a dragon and pinning to win, nigga. You can be the best at doing it.
You're not the best at it. You're shit at everything you do.
Get on Injustice! Get on Injustice! Get on Injustice! Get on Injustice! And I will wash you! I will wash you! I will wash you! Wanna tell you why I was washing? Because you suck at everything now! You suck at every game now, Cam! You was so... Damn, you was so... No, you was so not relevant!
Tom, I got a question. Why are you K9 niggas so angry?
I think ultimately the reason why I'm so supportive of the newer players, and a lot of OGs are more quote unquote grumpy, like, you know, bash you guys, bash your game or whatever, is because a lot of people really when people start winning, they assume that they'll just
yeah.
I mean,
let me tell you my heartbreaking moment. I'll never forget the day that my favorite player called me ass because I beat him.
Who's your favorite player?
PL. Back in the day, my favorite player was PL. And when I beat him, he came on the mic in his stream and he said, "You suck, you're ass, you have no fundamentals, get on MK9."
But I've never done that to anybody.
And I said, you say it all the time, and I said, I'm not good at MK9. I'm gonna watch me.
Yo, Bear.
No, I think the reason why a lot of OGs are more grumpy is because when you're winning, you always think like you'll always be top forever, right? And then more times than not, it ends up being like a 3 to 5 year stint, and then you're done. And then you see newer players still winning, and you're like, oh, I would be winning, but the game, they have no this, they have no that. Look, when I've done it for 25 years at the highest possible level.
Yeah.
I mean, I
wasn't done with you. My mic disconnected. What I was finally say is that this is what happened to you. Since you couldn't win at anything anymore because the people was brain dead back then, you decided to run off with $10,000 because you was losing everything.
Oh my! When did I run off with $10,000? What does that mean?
You know what that means?
For $10,000? No, I don't know. What 10,000? What are you talking about?
Didn't you tell people to donate to you to go to a tournament just to get freed online and not go?
Oh, are you talking about the tournament that I took donations to go to? That the day of the tournament I refunded those donations and everybody called it a scam, even though they all got their money back?
I mean,
wait, what was this?
They wouldn't have called that a scam.
Dog, literally,
this is why Tom Brady is blackballed right now.
Yeah, nobody got scammed ever. It was a complete lie. Nobody ever got scammed. Not in a million years.
I don't believe Tom Brady would scam people.
Nobody got scammed. Hell no.
They had Tom on there as the collector.
Yeah. Well, they just don't tell you that on Saturday when I didn't show up. I just said I didn't show up, right? And
why couldn't you make it? What happened?
Hold on, god damn
it. He forgot to play his MK9 set.
No.
Now what had happened was that He played the set with Billy Bob Joe. He lost the set. He lost the set to Billy Bob Joe, and then he was like, "Man, it's just not gonna go, man. I don't have it anymore, man."
Look, I'm gonna be honest. Being good, I know I'm good as fuck at MK, but when I get on MK11, it's like all that skill and reactions and all that shit that I got just turns into coin flip.
Because you gotta think of it. MK11 was a remake of MK9. They trying to make games brain dead again.
It's not about. The biggest lie anyone will ever say is that somebody quote unquote can't do anything anymore. Because here's the real truth. If Glenn is not convinced after me dominating for 25 years that I could be top whenever, then me doing it one more time, he'll just wait for the next game to say do it again.
Did you do
the next game he'll say do it again.
Did you do it at MKX? Did you do it at MKX?
I was one of the top 25 players in the world in MKX.
You just said top 25. That's not good enough.
You're not top anything in any game.
That's not good enough. Yes, but I made more money than you in the recent games than you have because you're not relevant in them.
Ajax, you gotta say it.
More people still know me than know you, cuz.
I know they do. I'm saying you don't make. I said I made more money. I said I made more money than you.
Does everybody? Wait. Does everybody in here remember how they came across Tom? I remember.
You make more money than me, dog. I used to
end the game. I said end the game right now.
In the game, I was right the number one. Stop. For the first year of MK11, the first year of MK11, I was the number one MK11 streamer, and I was making $1,500 a month at one time off YouTube. I still made more money than you off MK11.
No, you did.
Bitch, you got one follower, dog. I got 50,000. Bitch, I got.
No, you did. No, you did.
I can't lie, bro. Glenn didn't make a sack from MK11.
No, you didn't.
Stop. I made plenty of money off MK11.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You was too ass at it. No, you didn't.
Tom, Glenn's a god. He made pro card finals from pressing down up.
I don't give a fuck.
You can't do that, Tom. Want to tell you why?
Ignorant as fuck.
Yeah, I leave my nigga Glenn alone.
Want to tell you why? You can't do that, Tom?
That is fucking hilarious.
It's because the games are much harder now. You couldn't even do down.
How old are you, Glenn? How old are you, Glenn?
19.
You're not winning at 19. I was winning at 35. That's pathetic.
What are you talking about? There's nothing to win in. Every game's dead.
So let me ask you this. So you're telling me me turned 40 had nothing to do with me no longer winning?
Hold on, let me be honest.
Glenn, let me ask you this. If it's so easy to win at 40, how come only one person has ever done it?
I'm saying you was always a bad player.
Hold on, Glenn, ask him a real question. Do you have documentation and
research? You don't have no research.
Do I have what?
Hey, no, I used to watch him play UMK.
Do I have what?
Do you have scientific proof that age has something to do with you playing fighting games?
No.
I'm tired of hearing this. I'm old.
Look at Cam.
Old niggas be the best at everything.
No. What I'm telling you is, if for 25 or 30 years of flying around to every goddamn tournament in the world, I'm tired. I'm done.
All the tournaments was easy and
eventually you get old, you move on, man, to other things.
All them tournaments was easy. I can give you a challenge right now, Tom. I got a PC now. You give me 2 months on MK9, I'll be able to beat you. Because I want to tell you why? Because nothing mattered back in the day. Because all y'all was just doing brain dead stuff. That's why.
Here's the beauty of it. Unlike everyone else, you get riled up. I don't give a shit, Glenn. You've never done anything, and you never will do anything. And your only defense is, what you did doesn't count. It counts to me. So I don't give a fuck what you say.
None of your words don't count. What you did don't count, though.
It doesn't matter. No one knows. It doesn't matter.
But no one knows that Bill Russell was ass.
Glenn. Everyone in this chat. No one in this chat will remember who you are. But 10 years from now,
nobody's gonna know
remember what I've done.
No, they're not. They're not gonna remember you. Want to tell you why? Because you're not relevant to the day. They're gonna remember Sonic Fox forever. Want to tell you why?
I've been waiting to fuck you my entire life.
Dog, what year is it right now? What year is it? What year is it?
2022.
I won my first tournament in '91. Don't tell me they're not gonna remember me.
They're not gonna. Probably the 70-year-old gonna probably remember you, but now you didn't build no pillars. You didn't build no pillars to the FGC like Sonic did. Sonic built them pillars.
Damn. Glenn is so hurt.
Dog, I was the face of MK9, dog. Get fucked, bitch. Don't ever talk to me like that. I was the face of I was Sonic Fox before Sonic Fox. So was Sonic Fox.
That was great.
I was Sonic Fox.
Did PL win back-to-back Evos for MK9?
Yeah, PL was the old Sonic Fox.
I was Sonic Fox. It was my tier list that mattered. All my interviews mattered. I got the Sonic Fox treatment for a long time.
You know what Tom has that you're not supposed to have as a competitive player?
What?
Pride.
I was gonna say that too.
And I'm not relevant.
Cam, let
I'm
me
the
ask you
best
something.
commentator we have, dog. What do you mean I'm not relevant? I'm the best commentator we got.
Why would Tom not have any pride in himself?
I'm not saying you're not relevant. I'm saying you're not relevant and competing.
Because he wants to try and talk with
I'm saying you're not relevant and competing.
But nobody beat me off the game, and I said I can't. I said I don't want to play this game.
I can beat you in every relevant game.
Okay, I'm playing Lost Ark. Come on, right now, let's PvP.
Wait,
I'm talking about.
That's an open world game. That's not even like a competitive game.
It's got PvP. I'll play it right now for $100.
Tom, how much money have you lost because of your pride?
In fighting games?
Playing Sub-Zero. How much money have you lost trying to play Sub-Zero?
I mean, you win, you lose. I mean, everybody loses.
But it's a good. I'm bringing this up because a lot of people do it. You wasn't tier horn. Your pride. You probably could have been.
Tom, you remind me of Too Easy, a player who talks smack and get old-sabbing in the recent tournament.
I've won more majors than everyone in our community combined, basically. So
yes, you won all the majors where people didn't even know anything. I'm talking about anything. I went back and watched MK9. DJT was telling me how easy and trash that game was.
Was he? Because I 5-0 DJT without blocking. So tell me again how ass I was, dog.
Of course you 5-0 without blocking because you didn't have to block. Yeah, that's how bad that game was. And
DJT had the Evo win.
Yeah, and DJT still relevant. DJT still relevant. You're not.
How good was I that I could 5-0 good without blocking?
He probably was new.
Yeah, he was new to the game. He had to be new to the game. He had to be
no way Tom was 5-0 DJT.
Yeah, he had to be new. He had to be new to the game.
I mean, come on, that sounds like a new player.
No, it was the Sub-Zero mirror, and not even God could beat me in it.
That's
This man has crazy.
Okay, Chris, listen. Tom Brady has such a huge ass ego, but you can't discredit him. You know, can't discredit his ego after everything is accomplished.
It's not an ego. I earned it.
I don't agree.
No. Listen, Tom.
I earned it. It doesn't matter
when you win, you earned it. When you win, you earned it. And there's no bonus when something doesn't count. Unless you
Tom Brady credit to a new player, he wouldn't get hated on so much. The same thing with
yes, he wouldn't get hated on because they all they could do is hate because they can't beat anybody no more. So why wouldn't you just hate?
Okay, no, wait, Chris. Let me tell you something. Okay, listen. I have an ego too. Okay, but
I can't play.
It's Tom has an ego. I'm saying.
Tom, if you was a good Tom, if you was always good,
because you're just yelling. Because listen, Tom has an ego. You do, Tom. You can't say it's not an ego. You do have an ego, and you do have such huge pride. But I'm saying, I don't think he should be discredited for his ego because after everything he's achieved, you know.
What are you talking about?
I don't think anyone's discrediting his ego.
Nobody's
discrediting his player,
how good he is. How good he is. I'm saying
we're not talking about his ego.
Here's my problem. I won in the very start of the FGC, and I've won a major with Sonic Fox in it. So I mean, my back in the day is still with Sonic Fox. I was still able to.
Sonic was like 13. Sonic was like 13. And
Dog, when I first started winning, he wasn't even born. I won for so long that I kept winning even till he was born.
Why are you not good? Why are you not good and you complain about Sub-Zero being trash at MK11 because you're bad at the game? You was never a good player. If you was a good player, you would be winning to this day like DJT is.
You're not a good player. You're not winning right now. You're shit at the game.
Yes, but I can beat you, and I was winning. I was winning when I played the game. I was winning when I played.
Dog, you didn't even win a major with Shiva. Stop. You're trash.
What are you talking about, major? I didn't compete offline.
Well, yeah, I have a regional top 8, so actually I have better results than you offline. Kiss my balls, bitch. Get an offline top 8 before you talk to me.
Congratulations, you beat Billy Bob offline when the game was trash.
But guess what? Guess what? You didn't even beat Billy Bob.
Glenn.
You see that? You see Glenn? Glenn has. He's talking to me.
You beat John Cena when he first started playing MK9.
Here's the difference. This whole argument comes down to Glenn talking about what he would have done and what he could have done. But he's discrediting me for what I did do. I don't know what you would have done, bitch, because you never did it. All I know is what I've done.
This guy plays is so ass.
You've never done it. You've never done anything.
No, you're saying how good you are and stuff. You say how good you are. You say how good you say how good you are, and all I'm saying is why are you not good now? You should be good at MK11. You should be good at everything. You should
because
be
I'm playing. I am good. I'm one of the top players in the world that are relevant games.
Just like DJT. Just like DJT. That's
because I don't want to play a game that has 5 players anymore.
That's the perfect example.
What game has more players? What game has more players? PoE, Diablo, Lost Ark, or MK11?
You're not playing for money anymore. So what you mean? Which game has more players?
Bitch, you're not playing for money anymore.
Which game are you playing for? What are you playing games for now? You have money, so you're just contradicting yourself.
Dog.
Stop playing that trash game, Lost Ark. You playing trash games because you can't get good at fighting games no more. That's why you're playing trash Lost Ark and slaying dragons. You can't do nothing.
Lost Ark is good.
It is good.
I mean, it's good if you're trash at everything else. Of course, it's good.
Well, you're trash at everything, and you're still not good at this. So I mean, I don't know.
I would slay all the dragons.
Yeah.
What happened with PL, Tom?
What do you mean?
What happened with PL? What did he do in the span of 2015 to today to end up where he is now?
Yeah.
What did he do? What?
Perfect example of a top player.
PL, this is exactly what PL did. Now, I ain't got no smoke with PL, but he got his ego.
Hey,
literally
Cam,
put
that
him
nigga
at the
PL
bottom.
ain't gonna do nothing to you. Say whatever you like. PL ain't gonna do nothing to you.
But Cam, PL shows what Tom can't. He showed how good he was. And in Justice 2, PL was the best Brainiac to mend the game from out killing people. Bro, shut up, you little... I forgot these streamers. Shut up, you fucking little bitch ass nigga. I don't even know who this nigga is.
I mean, PL, what you talking about?
It's Pito, dude. He just a random ass nigga.
Bro, that nigga weird as hell.
Yeah, he weird as hell. Yeah, shut your weird ass up, you garbage.
The reason why I didn't play the reason why I didn't
play Lost Ark.
So listen.
How do you fucking?
Because I want to get back to talking about games and not this same old argument ever. Let me just say this.
Have you learned how to play Triboard?
Let me just say this. I won for a long time in fighting games. If you really want to know why I stopped playing, I won for a long time in fighting games, and I kept playing for so long and only being a tournament player because of all the Glens in the world. Because every time, as I got older and began to start a family, have kids or whatever, I got a very late start, like on life, because I was like,
already know you used to be the GOAT.
Hold on, let me finish.
Why do you even entertain?
Let me finish.
Jordan arguing with Ben.
I said of course he was good back then. I already told you that. I said you was good back then.
The problem is, I realized that there's no way all the Glens of the world have the greatest option select. Because they'll just keep saying every game that you can't do it until you hit 100 years old and die, and then they'll say, you see? He couldn't do it.
What's wrong with saying, okay, I just don't play that. You got it. Why can't you just say that?
I don't like it. I don't play it. Because even if I came back tomorrow and won an MK11, an MK12, Glenn would say, but you was ass. It's easy to win an MK12.
No, I wouldn't. Because I don't think of DJT like that. So I think DJT still relevant to today because he can beat people.
DJT is in his 20s, dog. I'm 45. I'm about to be 45.
DJT is not in his 20s.
He is not in his 20s. He's 30.
Dog, I'm 44 years old.
But listen,
that doesn't mean anything.
I'm the oldest player in the history of fighting games to win a major. If it's so easy, why has nobody else done it?
You're not. Your age doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it doesn't.
Okay, then how come nobody else has done it? How come nobody else?
Your wife, I'm 45 years old when you turn that pussy up? No. You get in there and you get it done.
That was such a shit analogy. That was such a shit analogy.
Oh baby, I'm 45.
It just comes down to, in fighting games, you could be the best fighting game player in the world, and you only make as much money as somebody working at McDonald's in New York.
I'm 45. I can't.
And I am
But Tom, you make good money, so that's cap. You have a job, right? You make good money, so you wouldn't be playing for money. So what is this cap you talking about?
I don't like the game. If I liked MK11, I would be competing in it. I don't like it.
So you telling me in the next? You telling me in the next game you're gonna be good? I want $1,000 money match. I swear to God, in the next game, I know you're gonna be trash.
Glenn, I promise you, Glenn,
I know you're gonna be trash. I know you're gonna be trash. I swear to God, $1,000 money match.
And Stream, we all know this. If the next NRS game comes out and the Ice Clone's in it, Glenn will be out here saying, but you ass! Because you can't win without no clone. You can't win without no clone.
Pride.
Injustice 3. Yeah, Injustice 3. Injustice 3.
I'm not playing Injustice 3.
Injustice 3.
One predictable player.
I'm not gonna be able to do anything.
I'm not playing Injustice 3.
Why not? Next game.
I don't want to play Injustice 3. If they overhaul it, if they change the game, yeah. But if it's as it is, I don't want to play that shit. I'm done. I've already won majors in Injustice. I've won majors in Injustice. A lot more majors than Glenn has won in Injustice.
You played MK9,
Daggertons? Of course.
So what? I like them MK9.
Y'all want to know what Tom is not telling you about MK9?
I like them K9.
I know, but I want you to tell them what you're not telling them about MK9.
What did I just do?
What am I not telling
you? Go to the gym. I'll be back.
You're not telling them that the whole community was tired of that broke shit.
So I'm going to go to the gym.
What?
You're not telling them about how the community was tired of that broke shit.
I'll be back, guys.
I mean, you said the same thing about X, and you said the same thing about 11, but it also
we actually loved MK9, regardless of it. What frustrated us the most was a lot of the bugs in the game, more so than the tier list.
I loved it because of nostalgia, not because of mechanics. If we played that shit again today, dude, everybody would be pissed again. Ain't nobody trying to play that.
Exactly. That's why I said I'll beat him in 2 months if I grind that game. It's pure brain dead.
Y'all like MK9 because of all the nostalgia that happened in 2011 with the release of it and da-da-da-da. It was finally back to 2D games and stuff like that. Everybody was hyped. This is the real reason why I like MK9. But that broke shit that y'all was doing, y'all complained about it in 11 and y'all complained about it in X.
MKX is the most broken fighting game I've ever seen in a long time.
You've never played fighters. You've never played Marvel. You. What are you talking about? You play Tekken.
You he ain't played good. He ain't played good.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the greatest fighting game of all time.
I agree.
Without Marvel, first of all, don't tell me. I know the whole history of that. There, dog. I lived it. I didn't.
Marvel Infinite. I mean, what do you got to say about that?
You talking about a game? You talking about a game that had nothing but infinites?
Without that game, there is no FGC.
There is a FGC. Marvel you talking about a game that had no
so stop. I don't want to hear from anybody who wasn't born then. Let me tell you what actually happened since I was there, bitch. All right, you were 19, you weren't even born. So don't tell me like you know anything.
Marvel and I'm highly
let me tell you the truth. Fighting games were done. They were dead. They couldn't get off the ground. Arcades were closing. everybody was moving away from fighting games.
Not in Japan.
It was a real problem. And then Marvel vs. Capcom 2 comes out, and it started to catch a little bit of steam. The West Coast held a tournament called B3, Battle by the Bay, and the only game that was there was Marvel 3 because they really couldn't get anybody to show up for anything but Marvel. So it ended up being a really big turnout, and Marvel became really the only relevant game in the country. Every other game was having very small turnouts, and then there was Marvel with the most ridiculous fucking crowds. And this was the birth of. This gave birth to the modern era where we have tournaments in venues and stuff like that. And what happened was Justin Wong and Marvel really changed fighting games forever.
What if a new MK just
wait, in 2017, my first tournament, when I went to KIT, I was watching Marvel Grand Finals, and I watched somebody get infinited. He wasn't even holding his controller anymore. He just put his hand on his cheek and leaned to the side.
That game is a troll.
And yet to this day, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 would draw more entrants than MK11.
Dragon Ball. What you got to say now, Big Tom?
It doesn't matter about how broken the game is. It doesn't matter about how broken.
He is right.
If you don't you understand? People don't give a fuck about how good or bad a game is. They only care if they have fun playing it. People don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's true.
People don't care.
I'm literally playing Mortal Kombat because the title is Mortal Kombat.
There are some shows whose concept is fucking stupid, but people like it. Why? Because they enjoy it. It doesn't matter. If people like something, if they enjoy it, they will play it, they will watch it. It doesn't matter. People's enjoyment is all that matters.
You're right.
People like MK. The difference between MK9 and MK11 is people actually liked it.
Look, I think MK11 should just be an exception because the whole community, just except for the ass niggas who started beating the good niggas, didn't like the game when it came out. Sorry, don't like it. No top player likes it. Nobody likes that game.
Sonic wrote the most heated paragraph.
First of all, I want to know when is this, and I hate even the term, new versus old argument. Because first of all, I'm just as new as anybody. I was still winning in 2015 and 2016, so it's not like.
He's missing.
Sonic Fox was. If you've won a major when Sonic Fox was 20 years old, you're a god, dog. So put some respect on my name.
Tom, yes, but what happens is there's a new player, and then you unknowingly say something within the PL realm of comments, and those players get offended by that.
I don't get offended because
I
don't get offended because I'll stream MK11 right now and get viewers. I'm still putting.
No, that's not what I mean. What I'm saying is, let's say MK12 comes out, okay? You're not playing, but you're watching, and then there's this new player, and then you're like, well, I would have killed him in the last game. Now they're just like, okay, well, you're not relevant anymore. That's exactly how they're gonna respond every time.
But see, I don't treat you that way.
You did, Tom. You did it to me. You can't deny.
I said you weren't there.
Tom, you've done it to a bunch of people, but the main culprit is PL.
I have never played somebody and said and then beat me that said whatever. I have never said that. You argued with me over what I did in the game back then, and I said you weren't even there.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Let me say it a different way. What I'm saying is, let's say you're just having a conversation, and then someone asks you about a new player, and you be like, oh, yeah, I don't think he's that good. He's ass. So I've
never said that.
Other guy. You do it all the time. Every time somebody beats someone like you or PL, you know what the first thing y'all say is, MK9. Get on it. Let's go. True. We don't know how to play that.
Who have I said MK9 to? I avoid playing MK9 like the plague. I have never done that. When I played Injustice, I won. I didn't say MK9. When I played MKX, I was top. I didn't say MK9. I didn't play Injustice 2.
I do it too.
I didn't play Injustice 2. I don't play MK11. But you ask anybody that's beat me in MK11, I don't say MK9. If I play Bear in MKX, I didn't say play me in MK9. I said good game. Stop.
I do it too. I mean, everyone does it.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't. I don't. I don't give a fuck about MK9.
When
I did what I had to do in that game, and it doesn't matter. Me beating somebody in MK9 is completely irrelevant. It shows absolutely nothing.
I have my OS ready. The game's ass. It's playing for you.
Cyclone, you are ass.
Just like you before X, you say, a real man's game. And I'm pretty sure
I have never said MK9 was a real man's game. I think MK9 was a terrible fighting game.
What? So what do you think that's good then? That doesn't make sense.
I said we liked it.
I said it was the best MK.
It doesn't mean it's a good game.
I guess y'all didn't like anything then.
So you're saying that all NRS games are bad?
They all have stupid problems one reason or another. Whether the game doesn't function right because of ridiculous bugs, where you have input bug, random. I mean, in reality, the tier list isn't what would turn people off today. If you tried to have somebody play MK9 today and try to tell them something was randomly plus 10 or 0, or that they couldn't consistently hit down in a button, they'd be like, I'm out, dog. What game is this, right? I mean, come on, man. That game had it didn't even function properly. There was so
you know what?
Yeah, I got hit by that. I'm out.
Tell them the real answer. Why do people like
the timing?
Why do they like MK9 so much?
Tell them the real answer.
Because it was fun.
No, the real answer. Besides that, the real answer.
The timing.
The timing, but along with the timing, what else? The roster, my nigga. That UMK3 roster that they had.
No, we liked it because it was fun.
What are you talking about? Okay.
MK9 was fun to my knowledge, right?
We liked it because it was fun.
They liked it because of the characters that they put in the game.
We liked it because it was fun, dog.
That's what I'm saying. It's nostalgia. You agreed earlier.
No, the roster was perfect.
Yeah, like that was the most. But everybody wanted to play that. Everybody had their own little thing. My Liu Kang, my Scorp. I was happy.
I think
wow, this guy Cam literally put me in the go back to MK, and I have never said it to anybody.
You said that, dude, and I've heard you say it, and I've heard PL say it
to who? To who?
Oh, like I'm gonna remember exactly who. I remember you because you're Tom Brady.
Bear, did I tell you to go to MK9? Interesting.
Bear just sit
you think one person, but you think that?
I'm about to go to sleep.
I've never said go to MK9. You had some guy who beat me after not playing for 5 years on Bear's stream. I didn't tell him to go to MK9.
I mean, that's the perfect representation of your skill level.
I haven't played something in 5 years. I don't think I'm a very good representation. If I haven't played something in 5 years.
You get on 11 and be a god.
I don't say go back. I don't say go back to MK9. Go back to Injustice 1 or go back to MKX.
You were saying Sub-Zero and MK11 lack stuff. Like you was complaining about that character, and he is like one of the brokest characters.
I'm sorry, Tom, but those were some bot comments.
Yes, he's one of the brokest characters.
Let me explain what I'm telling you. Let me explain what I mean. If you take MK9, MKX, MK11 Sub-Zero and put him in MKX, he's the worst character in the game. You put him in MK9, he's the worst character in the game. MK9 Sub-Zero. MK9 Sub-Zero would win in MK9, MKX, and MK11. MKX Sub-Zero would win in MKX and dominate MK11. MK11 Sub-Zero would be the worst character in every NRS game besides MK11. He is, by far, the most simplified and watered-down version of himself. And my point is that as dominant as Sub-Zero is, and he is, we've also seen Sub-Zero players lose simply because God Almighty had deemed they were going to guess wrong that day. And he can't do anything about that. If God says you're guessing wrong today, you are going home. Because he doesn't have anything else he can do.
You don't like Sub in 11 because he doesn't have nostalgia. He doesn't have the eyes closed.
No, I don't like Sub because I'm not an offensive player. I think he's too one-dimensional. I think MK. It's not about Sub-Zero. I think MK11 is too one-dimensional. It's not a Sub-Zero thing. I think MK11 in general is lacking.
Wait, Drake.
So wait, so you think that MKX Sub-Zero is a defensive player?
No, but I think he has a more defensive option.
I mean, we can just call it what it is. A carried option.
Ice Clone?
Yes.
Greatest move ever made.
I ain't gonna lie, it looks pretty cool until you're blocking it and you're stuck in the corner.
But I've run with it in every game.
He doesn't make no sense, Cam, because Injustice 2 Sub-Zero had the Ice Clone. And he said that game is trash.
No, I said I didn't want to play it.
Why not?
I respect that he don't want to play the game.
Why not? Why not? Because I had to make a choice. Do I want a career, or do I want to play Injustice 2?
Look. But Tom, this is the super question right here. Like, this question is for the guys. Why do y'all hate on MKX so bad? And anyone who plays it?
I don't hate on MKX.
You literally just said it's ass and terrible.
I said all the NRS games have very bad design for one reason or another.
I don't know, that X was golden. Even though it was broke and I hated blocking it, I came back every day.
Oh, you're talking about a dude who played that game Me, I stuck with it through the most broken shit. And I streamed it every day for 2 years. I was the number. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate that on the game, and I've never hated on players that play the game. I do nothing but support the current players of MKX. I support Bear. I support Ninja Killer. I support anyone that wants to play this game because they love it. Play what the fuck you want.
Well, I guess I'm talking about every time I get on 11, somebody's like, "Oh, you play 11? They like, oh, you're an MKX Necro. You're on 11."
I've never called you an MKX Necro.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about some other people.
So don't group me in with that.
He is an
MKX.
You need to recall Dylan.
He is an MKX Necro.
I hate you. You need to Necro something so you can win, Glenn, because you're hurt.
I mean, I want to see you in the next game. I want to see you in the next game.
I want to see you in any game.
I want to see you in the next game. Get on MK11. Tom, get on MK11 or Injustice 2 right now. I would download it right now with smoking. Don't say nothing. Don't say anything.
I am never playing MK11 again.
Get on Injustice then. I'll smoke.
I am not playing Injustice.
You can't get on two of the most recent NRS games, then you can't say nothing then.
I don't care.
Your ass at both of them.
I don't care. I'm a champion and you're a loser until you prove otherwise. So I don't care. But you.
So Tom, let me.
You're right. I was a great champion.
Yeah, you're a champion back in the day. Yes.
You're right.
Congratulations.
You're right. I was. You're right. All right, let's talk facts. I was a great champion for 25 years, and now I'm washed up.
Back when they didn't know anything. Back when they didn't know anything.
That's right. And you're a loser. And you're a loser whether they know something or not.
You can't do nothing now. You can't do nothing now. You can't do nothing now. You can't do nothing now.
You can't do shit.
You can't do nothing now. You can't do. It don't matter because you can't do nothing now. You're washed up.
You can't do nothing now either.
You can't do nothing now. I can beat you. I can beat you. I can beat you.
You can't beat me. I don't play these games.
That's an excuse. That's an excuse because you're trash at it. That's
everybody gonna make that excuse. I'll fuck you up right now in MKX, bitch.
I mean, you got 100 years on it. Of course you would.
So you're gonna beat me in MKX or no?
That's not a relevant game. Get on MK11. Get on 11. Get on MK11.
Dog, you're so dumb. You hang out all day in a stream for a game that you say isn't relevant. Then get the fuck out of the stream, bitch. Then get the fuck out the car.
I don't play MKX. I don't play MKX. I don't play MKX.
Guess what? I'm chilling on a stream. I'm chilling on a stream with MKX.
Yes.
When he puts on Injustice. When he puts on Injustice 2, then you can talk. But as long as this game is on, as long as this game is on the screen, you belong to me, bitch.
All you do is complain because you're bad.
Well, what game is on stream right now?
I'll play you an X for fun.
All you do is complain because you're bad.
Oh, let's play MKX.
No, you might die.
Oh, Cam. I don't play the game. You have 7 years. Get on something relevant. You've been playing MKX for 10 years.
Excuses or you can have results.
That's not an excuse. That's the truth. You've been playing for 10 years.
All right, go ahead.
Get on Injustice. Get on Injustice. Get on Injustice. You're ducking on Injustice. You're ducking on Injustice. You're ducking on MK11. You're ducking on MK11.
I came to an MKX stream.
You're ducking on MK11, the most relevant game.
I came back to it.
Somebody said, would you quit gaming for $50,000? I would just get the money and start gaming.
I mean, I make a lot more than that. I wouldn't come back to gaming for $50,000.
Man, you had to get a job because you couldn't win anything no more.
I won for 25 years. You don't win shit for.
Yeah. Whatever you say, I don't believe that. You don't win anything. You won when everybody sucked and didn't know it frame data, no frame data,
I won
no
from
online,
1991.
no frame data, no online, no nothing. Just beat people.
So you're telling me that no one, you're
don't know
telling me,
anything.
Okay, I want to hear you, Glenn, are saying no one knew how to play fighting games.
No.
So what year did people learn how to play fighting games?
They all dead. They was all dead.
What year?
All dead. Not that year. Not that year.
Well, tell me what year people learned how to play fighting games.
When Sonic made them pillars, that's when.
I won when Sonic made pillars. So eat shit.
I mean, you won when he was 12. Congratulations.
I won when he was 20.
Go ahead, find the people. I'm flying away.
I won when he was 20. So tell me, give me a year.
Yes.
I already got mine done. You need to get yours.
Give me a year.
Damn.
I give you a year. After MKX died, that's when games became.
So you're telling me that no one knew how to play a fighting game from 1991 until 2018?
I'm telling you.
You're my son.
I'm telling you. I am telling you that I will beat every player from back then.
Hold on, Doug. Let me fish on Tom real quick. Tom, I'd kill you in deception, boy.
You wouldn't, and I don't care. Anybody would win in that game in 5 minutes.
Shut up. I'd kill you in deception, boy.
I don't care.
I will beat every player from back in the day that plays.
Okay. Well, let's get you versus Justin Long in MDC2. Since you would beat any player from any era.
I don't play Marvel versus Bot.
But if you did, you would have beat Justin Long.
Yes, I would destroy him. I would destroy him. I would destroy him if I played that game. Want to tell you why? Because he's just like you.
Yep.
He's just like you.
Yep. You lost a lot of people here, Glenn. I think your argument kind of hit the wall, dog.
He's just like you.
Yeah.
All of them.
So the reason why you haven't won any Evo is God Almighty didn't have you born at the right time. So it's God's fault.
No, I didn't go through offline. That's why.
But if you did, you would have won.
Yes.
So you're actually a champion.
Yes, I am. Wow. And you can't win anything right now.
Wait.
Hey, so, Glenn, I want to thank you for not showing up so that I could have won. Thank you. I want to thank you, Glenn.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that, Glenn. Thanks for looking out.
Of course you appreciate. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You should be thanking God that I wasn't born back then when people didn't know anything.
I'm very thankful.
I would have killed you every time.
I'm very
thankful. You would have been my son.
I'm thankful that the one man who would have dethroned me was not around back then.
Yes, you should be thankful.
Glenn would be unstoppable.
Frame data did not exist back then.
Wait.
Alright, guys, let's play true or false. Let's play true or false. Back in 2000, frame data did not exist. True or false?
Yes, true. It didn't exist. True. True. It didn't exist. No, it didn't, Cam. No, it didn't. No, it didn't, Cam. No, it didn't.
You want to know what the right answer is? You want to know what the right answer is?
It's true.
The right answer is this. Frame data was published for every game but one, from 2000 all the way until 2015.
Nobody looked that stuff up, man.
No. The only game that had no frame data was Mortal Kombat. Every other game had full frame data.
You were doing frame trap. You were doing frame trap plus F run cancels on UNK3. What are you talking about?
We didn't know the
nigga locked in the corner. You said frame trap.
What are UNK3?
We didn't know the frame data.
Cam, he just contradicted. So he just said they didn't know anything. Like I said,
we didn't. In Mortal Kombat, we didn't. We knew it in every other game. Mortal Kombat was more of a guesstimate.
Of course, y'all didn't know anything. Of course, you didn't know anything.
If you knew that something was plus, you had an idea of frame data. You might not have known.
But we didn't know. But we didn't know about the block infinite and all that stuff. We didn't know about it because we didn't really know.
If you were doing it, you knew it.
We didn't do it in the arcade era. That didn't happen until the console era, when you could break the game down and really do it. With Mortal Kombat back then didn't have a console perfect point. The console points were very bad.
And you think your tournament winners are justified in you saying this?
Well, we had frame data, just not from Mortal Kombat. But I have a top 8 at Evo and Tekken, bitch. Shut the fuck up. You know, I was able to...
Probably in Tekken 0.
Tekken 4.
Zero.
They can say it's Tekken 0.
Glenn, how many Evo top 8s Glenn, how many Evo top 8s do you have?
I mean, I would have won $1 million in Tekken 4.
You would have. But what did
I
you
would.
do? I don't want to hear what you have done. What did you do?
I would have won $1 million of them in top, whatever that is.
What did you do though?
What you mean? What did I do?
What did you do? Nothing, right?
I was the best MK11 player when I played it.
Okay.
Can I ask y'all? Wait, Tom. I want your honest opinion. Do you think that Street Fighter is a neutral-based game? I mean, sorry, that's a bad question. Let me ask you this way. Do you think Street Fighter players have neutral, or do you think?
I think people over exaggerate what neutral is. Every game has tons of neutral breaking. People tend to more times than not in every game, whether it's MK or Street Fighter, people are going to migrate to things that break neutral more times than not, and then claim neutral only if they lose to something that also breaks it back. That's basically what happens. New people that cry about neutral are usually people who break neutral themselves, and if you do something that breaks it, it gets around what they're doing that breaks it, all of a sudden they want a game that has quote-unquote neutral. What they really mean is, I still want to break it, but I want what you're doing that gives me a hard time that breaks it removed. That's what most people mean, whether it's MK or Street Fighter.
So you think people in Street Fighter just I feel like they don't know what getting whip punished really means.
I feel like
they know what it means to an extent, but dude, all their moves are covering like 2 frames.
Well, that's because all their moves are also much faster.
Yeah, but like, damn, can you add some recovery?
Mortal Kombat uses 3D frame data.
I think people who play Street Fighter, I think the Street Fighter 5 players got neutral. That game is balanced and it's all about neutral.
You're balanced and you're about neutral.
Yeah, I mean, let Glenn tell it. He would have won every tournament ever existed.
I mean, yeah, if I was playing against.
Honestly,
Street Fighter 5 ain't no fucking balance.
You should be mad at some God just didn't birth you at the right time.
I mean, I wouldn't want it to be birthed at back in the day where you make $10 to win the tournament. So congratulations on that.
Dog, a 15-year-old at McDonald's makes the same amount of money as Sonic Box. Stop.
No, Sonic makes more than a 15-year-old.
The average American household makes $144,000 a year. Sonic makes less than the average American household.
Why are you?
Unbearable.
You play these games, Tom. So why are you comparing that?
Because there's no money to fight.
Yeah. So that's your excuse for not. That's your excuse for not playing MK11.
I don't like MK11. I've never played for the money, and if I liked it, I would have played it. I mean,
that's your. So when you actually like a fighting game, could we money match for $500 or $1,000 and send it to Umbrella?
Sure. If there's an Ice Clone and MK12, we'll money match.
No, I'm gonna want all the smoke. You're a watch player.
You don't want that move.
It don't matter who you use in that game. You're washed.
Pray that move never comes back.
I want you to get the Ice Clone, cause I'm gonna be doing it right with you.
Guess what? I'll never lose that. God himself would be.
Oh, you gonna lose it in it to me.
Hey, Thursday. Look, man. Dog, when the Ice Clone comes, that's like He-Man when he pulls the sword up. I turned from Adam Grayskull into He-Man, dog, when the Ice Clone's in the game. It powers me up. It mega powers me.
It power you up in MKX.
Unbearable. That's who I'm fighting on Combat League right now.
Guys.
No. Dunio. Fuck that guy, bro.
Don't get it.
Yeah. Fuck that guy, how he's playing.
Nah, Tom, I feel like you're very washed, so I wouldn't even bet you 1,000. I would want to go to the extreme. I would want to go to an offline and money match you for about 5,000. I would want to take it to the extreme because I know you're not gonna beat me. I know you're not gonna beat me.
Wait, what? How much HP I have? Okay.
I'm finna go try to find a job.
Glenn, you about to hop on?
Yeah.
I just
You done for the night?
Now I'm finna go take a shower and get back on.
700,000 in tournament earnings. The average American household has more than 700,000. No house that makes 100K a year is living in money. As a matter of fact, if you make 100K a year in America, you're broke as fuck.
First off, the average household do not make 100K a year.
Makes it $132,000 a year. The average.
No, it doesn't. That's not accurate.
You're an idiot, man. You're still a kid.
Glenn
Man.
said at least in his neighborhood.
Glenn, you're a kid. Man.
Not where I'm from.
Hey, Glenn. They just made that. They rappers.
They doctors and lawyers.
Because the average American is not a doctor or a lawyer. The average American is a doctor or a lawyer.
Bro, I just... Sunil just... Oh my god, he teabagged me after the first game.
I mean, the problem ultimately fighting games are
Damn.
fighting games don't
They get Drake
for the modern era. Fighting games are really a joke.
I can't beat Sunil, and he's teabagging and doing a fatality.
No, fighting games were a joke back in the day, you mean to say, and they're not a joke anymore.
Tom, nobody in America, nobody in the world gives a fuck about fighting games. You're playing the armpit of competitive games.
I don't care about fighting games either, Tom. I care about the money in them.
If you care about the money, then why don't you go to a game that actually has more than 10 players and win there?
Yeah.
If you cared about money, you wouldn't be playing a fighting game.
I play other games, Tom. I'm not like you. I don't play MK.
Doug, I'm top at every game I go to. I go
No,
to
you're
Diablo
not. You're top at games with 2 people play them.
2 people play Diablo 3?
Yes.
2.
I never heard of it.
Diablo 4 is gonna have 2 people?
No tournaments, no nothing.
How many tournaments have you been to in the last
You stream that game, you gonna get 2 views.
Doug, if I stream anything, I get a few hundred.
No, you're not. You're not getting. I bet you're not getting 100 views on Diablo.
I streamed Diablo 2 and
Diablo is
Diablo's pretty big.
I streamed Diablo 2 at launch when D2R got launched.
Yeah,
like 180 viewers.
Yeah, at lunch. It's not lunch anymore.
Fighting games are just players need to make more money.
I think
fighting games are in a really bad place right now.
The problem is that the old school people, they don't know what they want. They just want the community to be smaller. That's why they try to cancel everybody, because they can't win anymore.
What you got?
The thing is, Glenn, I don't care if I win anymore or not. I've proven all I've had to prove. And players are always going to be, Glenn, there are always going to be players that come along who are better than the players before them. That's part of life. I mean,
yes, but you proved it to your generation. You have to prove it to the
Glenn,
new generation.
Glenn, I proved it in every possible generation.
No, to your generation.
Did I win in the Sonic Fox generation? Yes or no?
I don't know if you did or not.
Okay, I won a major in Injustice 1. Was Sonic Fox in that tournament?
No. How old? Sonic was 20?
He was.
Bro, I'm getting hit by instant jump 3 into that fucking plus move by Robo.
I
You're
feel like
always
if you did,
yelling, Glenn. Get the fuck out my ear. Oh
if
my
you
god.
did-
Every generation.
Oh, Glenn, you gotta beat Sonic.
Recall, Dylan.
Well, I've
Yeah,
won in
it-
every generation.
if you did win, Sonic wasn't fully developed.
I hear it. But he was developed enough to win Evo. He was developed enough to win Evo. So.
Oh, he was winning. He was winning Evo. Okay, you probably did. You probably did beat him when he was good then. But I'm saying you can't do that to this day. Why is that?
There's
Why
no shame
is
in that.
yes? Why is that now? You couldn't get a game
Because
off,
I
but back then you could beat him.
Because I don't like MK11 and I needed a break from it. I've been doing it for 30 years, Glenn. I should be able to take 2 years off, right?
Yes, you should.
Thank you. Thank you for your consideration.
But
whether I ever win again is irrelevant to me. I did what I had to do during my time, and I did very well. There are always going to be players that come along who are better. And I think if you're a player who ever accomplished anything, you have to realize the FGC gave you a lot, and to try to hold it back because you can't relive your glory days trying to deprive people when they have their time. That's a huge problem. I'm not like one of those. I've had my time. My time. There are always people. Even if I'm able to get top 8 again, which I'm sure I'll have at least a few more in my life, my time is done. The future is the players today, and they deserve to have that opportunity and to have that pedestal without somebody who's had it before trying to take it away from them out of jealousy, envy, etc.
that's all you top players do.
That's not me. See, you may put me in that because you're so used to that, but that's not me. People may be insecure. They may have thought they were going to win for longer. They may be jealous to see you win now, thinking, man, I should be winning. I don't think that way. I won for 25 years. I'm done winning. And, if I don't ever win again, so be it. I did what I had to do. You guys, now it's your time to do what you have to do. And you guys deserve a bigger platform. You deserve more money. You deserve to have your game marketed like other games. And unfortunately, that's not happening right now. So, Wave God, you shut the fuck up, bitch, because more people care about me than you. Get the fuck out, bitch.
Nobody cares.
Who gives a shit about you, Wave God?
Tom.
Yeah.
Who's the most broken character in MK9? Who do you think? Someone to ask.
Broken character in MK9. No, you.
Come on. It's hard to say. They're all.
I know Smoke was apparently really good.
There's a few characters that are dumb for kind of dumb reasons. I would say probably the most frustrating one to deal with. But it depends on the character you're playing. For some characters, it's not.
Is it just like matchup based, kinda?
Shut up, version, dude. Don't let your girlfriend see me with my shirt off. If your girlfriend saw both of us standing together, the only person who's going to bed without getting any is you. So don't.
Oh,
I don't
shit! I just killed him.
I mean,
if I take that shirt off and show that six pack,
I'm lying about wins from 88. I'm not lying about wins. But I didn't win in 88. I just went from 91 to 2016.
Good, I was competing from 1993.
I mean, I think ultimately the problem is fighting games don't for the format that is making money for people today. Fighting games, the problem is fighting games suffer from 1,000 different things. Everything is against the fighting game. They're the first ever real e-sport game. I don't play MK11 actually, and I'm 44. Thank you very much, and in much better shape than you, dear God. So like, I would say they just fighting games are just the formula that's making money today on Twitch and on YouTube. Basically, fighting games don't fall into that formula. They just don't have the player base. They don't even sell as many games. Most other games, major titles selling like a few hours what MK will sell in 20 years. Those games drastically outsell, which is why it's just so hard to really have fighting games. You just don't have the viewership. And not only do fighting games have the smallest viewer base, but then you cut that viewer base 6 ways. Because unlike WoW players, people that watch WoW, watch Lost Ark, watch Diablo, watch PoE, people that watch Counter-Strike,
the top players can make the game look like one of them big games. Like if Ninja streamed every day and hosted tournaments, he can really change how big a fighting game can be.
No, he cannot.
Yes, he could. Him getting 2,000 views or 1,000 every time he streamed.
I streamed MKX. I had 2,000 views every. Was 2 years. It didn't matter. And if he streamed every day, he would start getting less views.
Why would he get less?
Because he streams so rarely, he gets a lot. But if he streamed every day, the newness of that.
I mean, that's cap, because Sonic. If Sonic streamed MK11 anytime, he'll get at least.
That's because suspicious. That's actually not true. That's why. So you can't insult me about it because that's actually a lie. It's actually not true. Yeah. So like, it's just there's no like. You look at Shroud. What fighting game player is gonna have a Shroud?
I'm sorry, but I think
yeah, but long live Jade.
I think if Ninja hosted a $10,000 tournament, he would get 10,000 views.
These people would host nothing and get 10,000.
I think Ninja would get 10,000 views. If Slayer got up to 5,000, Ninja definitely.
Shroud would host a $1 tournament and 10,000.
Of course he would. He's fucking Shroud.
Yeah. What am I crying about, Wave God? Why don't you tell us what I was crying about? Yeah, I mean, long live Jade. We got 4K views on MKX too. Like for the first few months, we got 4K views every day. We started out. MKX started out.
MKX was a big game though.
Myself and Rio started out. We had about 4K views for the
MKX was the biggest fighting game.
2 or 3 months, and then when we split our channel, we both.
I'm in the biggest MK.
Yeah, we both had about, I'd say about 2K views every day. Where I didn't pocket any donation monies. If you actually have something that's truthful, you can talk about it. But what donation money did I pocket?
I fucking hate that move. Fuck!
No, I'm not crying about it either. I'm not crying about wins. You may be crying that I have them, but I'm not crying about it. That's Glenn that's crying about my wins, not me. No.
You know what makes you like that, Glenn?
No, but yeah, so you mean the same donation money that I refunded the day of the tournament? See, they don't put that part in there. Yeah, because they don't put the fact that I didn't go, and that night of the tournament I said, I'm not there. I didn't deny that I was not there, and I said I'm giving it back. All on the same day. So, if you say you're going to give it back and you give it back the day of the event, what did I pocket? Like, if you give me $10 and I give it back to you, I don't think I pocketed it.